way.
A few moments later.
Mom, I'm still bleeding. Does your child have this problem? Bleeding for longer amounts of times than usual kids? You need Hemophilia. Stay tuned for this advertisement.
Thank you for being here today, Dr. Cahoon. I understand that you created a new drug for hemophilia B. Mind tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, Leah, you're correct, actually. Our new product from the Handy Helpers Lab is called Hemophilia, which is our new product that uses the process of gene therapy to cure hemophilia B in patients. This drug will actually be inserted using an IV, which aids in faster function.
I see. So tell us about hemophilia B. What is it exactly?
Hemophilia B is an X-linked disorder caused by a deficient factor IX gene which causes platelets to not clot effectively, leading to that person to bleed out more than a normal one. This disorder is more common in guys, but girls can become carriers as well. In general, hemophilia occurs due to a point mutation in which a single nucleotide is replaced by another. Usually this is caused by DNA polymerases adding the wrong nucleotide during DNA replication.
So why do you think that the current market would be in such a high demand for this drug?
This drug is all natural to the body because there are no foreign genes being inserted, and no dangerous procedures such as liver transplants are necessary. The drug itself also cures hemophilia B, so you're saving money and curing an awful disorder at the same time. On top of that, an IV is not a super painful procedure.
So then what technologies and procedures did you use to create your product?
What we did is eliminate the non-functioning factor IX gene and replace it with a fully functioning gene using gene splicing. We decided to use the liver as our target cells because that's where F9 is produced, and it would be easier to insert a gene directly into the source of where the gene is being mutated, via virus. The virus we chose to use was Encore retrovirus. We used recombinant technologies to replace the factor that was missing or mutated.
You mentioned gene splicing. What is that?
Well, gene splicing involves cutting out part of the DNA in a gene and adding new DNA in its place. By doing this, we cut out the mutated gene with the ADAMTS13 enzyme so that we could insert a proper working gene that helps platelets to clot.
So how does clotting work for a normal person versus someone with hemophilia B?
Well, in a normal person, once platelets reach the site of injury, a series of reactions facilitated by enzymes called coagulation factors lead to the activation of a protein called thrombin. This protein converts a blood clotting factor called fibrogen into long strands that form a net around the platelets and blood cells. This net helps trap more platelets to form a blood clot. The blood clot, also called a thrombus, is a temporary plug to control bleeding in order to allow wound healing. In patients with hemophilia B, the F9 protein cannot provide instructions for making coagulation factors, which is essential for the formation of blood clots. Without these, the platelets can't stick, causing the blood to flow through the wound.
How will you test to see if you made this product correctly?
We first underwent preclinical trials, which consisted of researching and testing lab animals for approximately 6 years to demonstrate biological activity of the compound against the targeted disease. Then we got approved for the human clinical trials, which lasted a full 3.5 years to determine safety and dosage. Then, with approval, we went on to review process and approval where the FDA reviewed the product for clarification for 2 years. Finally, after 15 years total, the FDA approved our drug.
Okay, well thank you again for joining us today, Dr. Cahoon. We hope to see your new drug in hospitals soon.
You will. You will.
Hi, I'm Max and I take Hemophilia. Now that I take Hemophilia, I can now play sports. Yay! I can now play football and soccer all I want, and when I fall down, I won't die. Yay! Now I can fall and not die.
Hi, I'm Fred. I took your drug and now I have rashing and my arms are swollen. I look huge. Hi, I'm Fred and I took your Hemophilia mom and I feel much better. I don't bleed as much. I mean, I bleed, but...
I'm Daquan, and that chick behind the camera told me to say some stuff. I took their drug. I thought it was crack, but it's not. But it solved my bleeding problem. And Fred, I told you, get out of here. And when I go into the gang wars, and I get shot at, I bleed, and I want to stop. But that chick behind the camera stopped that. And I'm thankful. Fred, I'm gonna hurt you. Fred.
Hemophilia is awesome. You bleed.
And curing an awful. I read that wrong. Why'd you
just
put
pick up.
commas?
What do you mean?
You put commas where they're not supposed to be, so that
Where?
confused me. This drug is all natural to the body because.
Alright, that's
what.
good.
Okay. I thought that was a.
Just go on, just go on. You mentioned gene splicing. What is that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
I do not know what that on. Underwent preclinical. Well.
Hey.
How is it so easy for
See rolling.
Stay
Wait, writing. Oh my God, that's wrong there.